Hi guys, my name is Rushabh. Today's date is 30th of August 2022. Today we are going to learn what is the Hashmap process, internal process of the Hashmap. You can call it the Hashmap implementation. So when we are going to see the Hashmap implementation, we have to know the first what is the Hashmap. So Hashmap is nothing but the combination of hash table. It uses the concept of the hash table. Also, their hash table is nothing but an array, and also is used the concept of the linked list. So by the merger of the linked list and the array, we use the hash map. So what exactly in the hash map we store our elements. So line by line we will check about this. So our hash map is first is the string. Is first the array of the 16 array size. Default size is 16. So in this array we put our element by the index wise. Means there is the specific key and the value type of the function we use here. So in that particular array we store the linked list. Means it is easy to access our data. Our linked list will be easy to print the data because of this process. We can finding the data, it is easy. So when we are going to see this, we make a one class in which I make a node class in which I store the key value and a key and the value, that the two integer of the two type of the variables. I take these two type of variables in the class. Also there is the class variable. We can name it the next as the class variable, and we make the constructor of this by the node constructor, this dot key and this dot value. So whatever the value is provided there in the main function, the value will assign to the this value and key and value. So in the main program, for adding the elements, we give the elements in the main function. That first we make the object and we put the value like list dot add 10 list dot add 10 comma string value the name. So likewise we can see how to add this. So for adding, we add the element in the way of the key hash code value. So we used the index as a function, as an integer, and that index I store the value of key. I use the mod function here, the key dot hash code mod a dot length. So a dot length is the size of the array which we make at the instantaneous. So node array is equal to int new node array. We assign the size, and that size we mention there in the when we going to check the index of the key. So whatever the key is there, suppose the key is 51. The 51 will be stored at the index of the 1. So in that index, I have to attach the linked list. I have to add the object there. So how to store the object there? When there is the value, we mention the value is can there. We first check the key and store that object, key and the value of that index. In the value, we can store the integer. We can also store the string. So likewise, our program will traverse, and the elements is going to add in the array of that hash map through the linked list. Means there is the internally linked list implementation. So this is about the hash map implementation in the Java program. Thank you so much.